Hello? Yes, I have a question, please. I've been married for some years now, and I've accepted Islam, alhamdulillah. I've been trying so hard to talk to my husband about Islam, but he just straight out refuses to accept Islam. We have 3 children. What should I do?
My advice to you, my sister, may Allah protect you and increase you in your religiousness, is to take one of the following steps. First of all, like the same way as the Sahaba, the companions of the Prophet ﷺ used to do, try and advise your husband like you have done, but give him another chance, last chance, and say that if he doesn't accept it, then maybe you will not be able to spend the rest of the life with him. Because many of the Sahaba, many of the women companions, they used to embrace Islam, and they used to give their husbands a chance to embrace Islam with them. And that is something that you can do. You can give him a last chance to embrace Islam. And if he, as you stated, flatly refuses, then in that case it is not permissible for you to remain with that individual, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in a few places in the Quran, in a few places in our holy book, the Quran, made it clear that it is not permissible for Muslim women to marry non-Muslim men. And the Prophet ﷺ, what he used to do in such cases is to separate between them. So if a woman embraced Islam and the husband refused, then he would say that it's not permissible for her to remain with that husband. So therefore, what I advise you to do is to give him a chance, give him a last chance, and tell him the implications. Say that I would like to spend our life with you, and we would like to raise our children, the children that you have between you. If he doesn't accept, then you free yourself from him, and you find Muslims who can help you. If he doesn't want to let you go, you can find some Muslims who can help you to do that. And look at the example as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said regarding the wife of Fir'aun, the wife of Pharaoh.
وضرب الله مثلا للذين آمنوا امرأة فرعون إذ قالت رب ابن لي عندك بيتا في الجنة ونجني من فرعون وعمله ونجني من القوم الظالمين.
And Allah has set forth an example for those who believe. The wife of Fir'aun, Pharaoh, when she said, "My Lord, build for me a home with you in paradise, and save me from Fir'aun and his work, and save me from the people who are wrongdoers."
She was so brave. Imagine yourself being married to the most powerful man in the land. Imagine yourself being married to someone who in 1 second can order you to be executed, and you will be executed. Imagine yourself married to someone like that. And yet she has the courage to say to Allah to build a house for her in Jannah, to separate her from Fir'aun and his actions. And the scholars, they said, look at the wisdom of that woman, Asiya. Her name was Asiya. And look at the wisdom of that great woman. They said, before you build a house, you choose your neighborhood. And that's what she did. She decided to get rid of that husband who wasn't fearing Allah, who was spreading injustice, and who was killing unlawfully the Jews and the children of Israel. And she decided to separate from him and requested Allah to actually build her a palace in the garden, in paradise. So therefore, this is something that a Muslim woman should do, and she must know that whatever adversity she faces, if she truly loves Allah and she wants to do it to please Him, then there is no doubt she will help him, he will help her, and replace that individual with someone much better. Look at one of the companion women. Her name is Salama radiyallahu anha. When her husband died, she said, who can be better than this husband? But she said an expression which means there is no might or power except with Allah. That, oh Allah, reward me in my adversity and in my affliction and give me something better than that. And she used to think, who can be better than that individual? And then the Prophet himself, alayhi salatu wasalam, proposed to her. And then she used to say, who can be better than the Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam? So therefore, if you do so, and don't fear that you have children, Allah will take care of your children and yourself. So therefore, these are the two main things to do. If you think that you can convince him, do so. Otherwise, know that Allah will not leave you alone, and the Muslims will not leave you alone, inshallah. If they fear Allah and they love you for the sake of Allah, they will help you. And maybe, inshallah, you will marry someone who will make you forget what you experienced and maybe the negative emotions that you may have had with the previous husband. And may Allah make it easy for you. Billahi tawfiq, and may Allah protect you and all of the Muslim men and women.